If you're seeing this, then this is your new moon in Libra messages for October 21st, 2025. So welcome. Whether you've been here before or if you have not been here before, my name is Lara, and we have some tarot cards. We've got a couple oracle decks as well to explore the energy of what's here under this new moon in Libra. We'll talk a little bit about the astrology. Not that I'm an astrologer, but we'll talk a little bit about it. And this, I really feel like this is going to be part one of two. Because this new moon is the same day as our Tarot Tuesday. So I have a feeling these are going to be very, very connected. But if you're seeing this, this is going to be like part one. And what we're going to do in part one with our new moon reading, what we've been doing lately is we're going to pull 3 cards from the tarot. We're going to get an idea of what we are here to focus on underneath this energy. And then within that focus, what are we going to need to release and what are we going to need to welcome in? I've also got our Dragon Path Oracle deck. So we're going to see what new moon dragon energy is here for us. And we'll bring it all together with our moon deck. Okay. And if you're seeing this video, it's very likely that there are messages here for you. So you are the one who will know what those messages are, which messages are for you. Please use your own discernment. Listen to your own intuition. Okay. Don't just take my word for it. I have heard that I do a pretty good job, but this is a general reading. So that's a little bit different versus like a one-on-one personal reading. Okay. Everybody who's coming to this video is the energy that we're reading. I am included in this. You are included in this. We'll all be experiencing the same energies, themes, patterns in different ways, individually and in different ways, personally, in different areas of our lives. Okay, it's complex. So listen to yourself, use your own judgment, and hopefully you'll get a little clarity. Hopefully you'll get a little insight as to how to move forward. Do those words sound right together? I think so. Yes? It's fine. So that's the deal. Like I said, this is the new moon that's happening on October 21st, 2025. If you're finding this on or after that point, great. We're all in this energy right now at this particular point in the space-time continuum. But if you're finding this and it is nowhere near October 21st, 2025, that is also okay too, because time isn't linear. So you're connected with what's here when you find this. All right. Again, just trust yourself. All right. Trust yourself and be open, as much as you want. So yeah, that's my little disclaimers for this. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the astrology. There's a lot going on. Last week, I did not put out a video last week because I've needed to take some time to regulate my nervous system. That's really it. And, but last week, so we didn't have a reading come out last week, but last week, Pluto stationed direct, and Pluto is now direct in Aquarius, if I'm remembering things correctly. I'm not an astrologer, but we do an astrology informed tarot here because the tarot archetypes, they mirror astrological energy as well. So that's the vibe. This particular new moon apparently is like a pretty significant deal. It is, from what I understand, supposed to be pretty transformative. The new moon in Libra, so we're working with Libra energy. Literally tomorrow, we will move into Scorpio season. And this moon, not only does it hold the beautiful energies of Libra, Libra is about balance, harmony. It is relationship oriented. Now that's any kind of relationship. It is also ruled by Venus. So we're talking like beauty and romance and love and luxury. Okay. And yeah, and I think too, what a lot of what we've been challenged with over this season is like, how do we show up as an individual within our relationships, within our relational dynamics? There's all kinds of other stuff that's going on too. New moons are a beginning of the lunar cycle. So there's that. Apparently what else is going on? So Pluto station direct, the new moon is opposing Pluto. So we've got some Persephone, Hades, like parallels here happening as well. And then Mercury and Mars are in Scorpio. So, and then something else is in Scorpio. There's a lot of Scorpio influence. Scorpio's... Never mind. I'm not going to say that because I don't really know if that's right. So, but yeah. So Scorpio, the energy of Scorpio is like deeply transformative. Okay. It like burrows down into the depths. It is also the phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay. That energy is what we have with Scorpio. And then Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So it's also like incredibly abundant and providing. But if we can not only talk the talk, but walk the walk in this deeply transformative way. So if you've been with us and if you're on the journey with me, it's likely you've already been doing a lot of shadow work. And this is on the tails of the eclipse. We're still in eclipse season. Is this an eclipse? I think this is an eclipse, but it's a lunar eclipse. The last time we had a new moon in Libra that was an eclipse, it was a while ago, and it was a solar eclipse. Okay, either way. Deeply, deeply transformative on like a fundamental level. So that's what we're just like walking into. All right. So let's get into it, shall we? We're going to go ahead and start with our Dragon Path Oracle deck, just to see who we have here to come into the reading here and guide us. Who do we have as our dragon spirit guide for us under this new moon? I always feel like dragon energy is like maybe like Scorpion-esque. I don't know if that's right. Feels right to me, but who do we have for us with this new moon in Libra energy? Who's here to guide us? There it is. I see. Okay. Asclepius, I like the two colors. It's giving some kind of duality here. Cute. Okay, I'm not super familiar with this one, but let's see what we got. What is... You're way back here. Here we go. Here we go. Whoops. Too far now. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay. Asclepius. Can you see that? Asclepius was the ancient Greek god of medicine, son of Apollo. Cool. Upon meeting him for the first time, his opening words are, "Your modern image of the caduceus," is that how you say that? Is incorrect. Okay. But he was a healer of great repute in Greek mythology, and his dragon in particular reminds us that inside us too reside great healers. Okay, healing, transformation. His particular affinity lies with practitioners who use healing plants, herbalism, homeopathy, and essential oil and flower essences. Add to this his rather shamanic energy and his affinity with snakes, and he is a powerful ally. Okay, snakes, shamanism, more like deeply psychically transformative energy. Asclepius is the dragon of the healer and the shaman. His wisdom is boundless. If he has flown into your reading today, know that you have his abundant knowledge at your side. Continuing, I'm so sorry. Wow. Got it. Okay. Continuing with his practical help for your physical life, he asks if you need the support of a professional with knowledge of healing plants, or if it's time for you to undertake training in one of the areas mentioned above, or indeed shamanism. Alongside his ability to support those working with plant energies, he is a powerful ally when we are ready for the next phase of our transformational journey of life. Okay? Picking up shadow work vibes as well. His presence in your cards today reminds you that together you can create the immense combination of transmutation and transformation. Deep within, you know you can and will succeed. He has this to say: you are on the cusp of transformation, so allow me to guide you forward along the winding road. Ooh-wee! Remember, hold on to what you know to be true, for this is your journey and yours alone. Life never stands still. It is forever changing and evolving. Together we can transmute that which binds us. Accept that your journey on earth is about life, death, and rebirth. Okay. Where was my spot? Life, death, and rebirth as you transform and grow personally and spiritually. So we said deeply transformative new moon energy. Cool. I think this is also setting us up for the week ahead. And then underneath that, we also have grace. So I feel like this energy, and it's supported by really gracious energy, because shadow work transformation is not always very gracious. I know that much. Okay, here we go. Great. Love it. Love the start of this. Asclepius. I don't know. Okay. Great. Let's go ahead and ask for some cards and see what it is with considering this transformative energy that we're working with. We're diving deeper with this new moon. So could we please have one card that shows us what our focus is under this new moon energy? Could we have one card that shows us what our focus is under this new moon energy, this new moon in Libra. Saint, okay. Okay. Ace of Wands is our focus. I think, you know, this is a new opportunity for clarity, vision. Wands representing passion, creativity as well. I want to say like igniting or reigniting some passion, some idea, creative idea, inspired idea. Okay. Could we now please have one card that shows us, considering our focus, can we have a card that shows us what we need to clear away under this moon energy? There's always something. Ace of Cups. Okay. And then they always do this to me. Because I'm always like, are you sure that's like what's supposed to go? But they like to get creative. We're going to see where it takes us. Let me see what we have. One more card, please, for what we're meant to clear away. No. What we're meant to bring in under this energy. Okay, what are we bringing in? Okay. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So, let me sit with this for a second, and I'm going to come back. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can make some sense of it, shall we? We're going to start with our shadow card. Shadow card here, representing our subconscious. This is just underneath the surface for us. So, whether or not we're aware of this energy, this is what is driving everything at this current moment. Okay. What we have with this energy is the High Priestess in the reverse. So there is still this sense of disconnection from our own intuition, whether that is like still not really trusting our own intuition. Oh, you know what? Hang on one second. I was like, why is my camera so low? Okay, wait, hold on one more second. Okay, that's so much better. All right. We have a little bit of a different setup today. Yes. Okay, so here we go. Disconnected from our own sense of intuition. Maybe unable to fully trust our intuition. That could be right for some of us. Blockages from our intuition. There's a sense of cloudiness here as well with the High Priestess in reverse. And it's still, there is, I really feel like this sense of disconnection is, there's still this sense of anxiety that is sort of like blocking us from this Empress energy, which I really feel like is like this fully realized creative potential, whatever that means for you. It could mean anything, but the Empress energy is creation. It is Mother Earth energy, okay? Fertility, which can mean a lot of different things. Abundance. Venus energy, Libra, okay? And I think it's really interesting too, you know, the sister, the high priestess and the empress here, sisters, and she's in the reverse, you know, yet to be fully realized because there's still like a lot of confusion and anxiety around, I think, the embodiment of this energy as it stands. This is the new version of you that has emerged since the eclipse. Yes? Does this feel right? Okay. You have to let me know. There's no way for me to know, okay? Unless you tell me. And some of that, I think, with the Seven of Pentacles in reversed, the Seven of Pentacles can sort of talk about vision. It's also like about harvest. This particular one, I think a lot of it is like about this growth that's happening underneath that's like yet to be realized here, but the time and attention is still being paid. So I feel like here there's like impatience, maybe you know, like harvesting something before it's ripe and before it's ready. Now that could be a euphemism for you, perhaps. Perhaps the vision is still, you know, it's not clear where you should put your focus, perhaps. This could also have something to do with the ways in which the seeds that you have planted, you know, are they growing? Are they flourishing? Does this make sense? And I think some of that is going to be self-talk with the King of Cups here in the reverse position. If you are somebody who maybe finds yourself second guessing how you're quote unquote supposed to feel about something maybe, or this energy is sort of like around you. And I think that that is what is creating a lot of doubt around the vision that is the Nine of Pentacles, which is, you know, independence and abundance and living luxuriously for yourself, as yourself, okay? Which is sort of like, yeah, right? Can mean independently wealthy. Yeah, okay, so that's what's underneath the surface. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay, cool. So what does that mean as far as what we're here to focus on? Well, we kind of already talked about it. The Ace of Wands. I think that spark that lights you up, this is really where this is being brought into focus. Okay. Ace is representing those new beginnings. Perhaps this is a new beginning for you that is opening up. Perhaps this is passion that you have felt like you haven't had, that you would like to see come back in. And that is where we're focusing. I think the focus here is like on what lights you up. If it's one thing, maybe it's a lot of things. But I think whatever the one, because this you also have as the third eye lighting up, which I think is so interesting because the High Priestess is in the reverse. And I feel like this is sort of saying like, it doesn't matter if you feel like you have that sense of clarity, okay? This is still what we're here to focus on. So maybe this is coming more into focus. And the way that this is coming into focus, perhaps with what is meant to be released or let go, we have the Ace of Cups. And I think this is so interesting because this is really like, this is more of that new moon in Libra energy. It's beauty, it's fulfilling relationships. Again, Ace is new beginnings. So maybe this is like new relationship, new connection. I think, because like, what are we releasing around that? What came to mind at first was the detachment. And I think that's interesting because as part of the manifestation process, there's equal parts frequency shifting, but also emotionally detaching from the outcome. Once we put that out there, okay? Feeling into this frequency, but then like letting it go. Because that is, I think, an important part of like actualization, manifestation, realizing goals. I think in any capacity, what we're talking about is having a solid vision, but like don't attach to it. Okay. And that can kind of be the trap, especially with because what we have to bring in. Remember how I was like, oh, they're always like so interesting? Because a lot of times I get these cards and feel like they should be switched. But no. Because what's we're bringing in is a next layer of deeply transformative shadow work, which has to do with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Where have we been overly focused on material gain? If you are someone who is in an active process of manifestation, for whatever that means to you, okay? I know for me, I've already started to practice this a little bit, but underneath this energy, I think it's really interesting because it's supposed to be really good for manifesting as well. The shadow work that's coming up that we're bringing in under this energy, guided by the shaman, the healer, okay? Nature could be really significant. Again, plants, okay? That can mean a lot of things for a lot of different people. I know what it means for me, okay? But like herbal teas, it can be that basic. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. The King of Pentacles in reverse. We are asking ourselves under this energy, where do we need to balance the spiritual and the material realms? Libra is all about balance. So it's going to highlight for us where we're out of balance. That's what this energy, this moon, is going to do for us. Perhaps we know, I think we know what we want, but we're confused. And I think also there's anxiety around accepting the responsibility for stepping into our most abundant and creative self when we don't have a good sense of what we're growing. Maybe we started growing it for the wrong reasons. Okay, that's the King of Pentacles energy, the King of Pentacles in reverse energy. So, this, Ace of Cups is asking us to clear around attachments, clear potentially also to usher in connection, relationship, clear around the existing relationships, okay? And I think also just letting go. Like, we all want that sense of emotional fulfillment. Of course we do. But part of the fulfillment is in how we detach. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm just going to leave it there for you. Pick it up if you like it. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I see. It's going to be interesting under this energy. Okay. So let's get our moon card. Moon card. We're going to get the moon card and pull this and see if we can get just like a little button to put on this reading here. Something that can maybe give us advice or offer some action of embodiment somehow in this process. What do we got? What do we got? What do you have to give us as we leave this reading? Last looks, last bits of information, confirmation, affirmation, what have you. What do we have? Is it this one? Okay. Oh, well, there you go. When I let others shine, I shine too. Which is very Librarian? Libra-ish? I don't know. How would you say the word? Okay, let's see what the book has to say. Connection, relationship. I get it. Okay. Okay. 38. 38, please. Here we go. Let's see what we've got. Oh. Maybe I have to do that. Maybe. We'll see. We'll do it just in case. I don't know if anyone's paying attention, but you never know. Women all over the world are rising up, shining brighter, and letting their voices be heard. People in general. We can celebrate our differences while strengthening our inherent sameness. Intuition, creativity, receptivity, courage, nurturing, sensuality, wisdom, healing, understanding, and our connection to the moon. You are a vital part of this rise. Encourage others to shine bright and give yourself permission to do the same. When you admire another person, it's a direct reflection of your own beauty and potential. Choose to be inspired by their light and send a warm smile their way. Comparison is toxic, dulls your shine, and sends out a message of an inadequacy. Okay, so that could be something that we're clearing around relationships as well with the Ace of Cups. Instead, recognize that you are family and witness each other's divinity with love. You will instantly uplift you both while increasing your own freedom and magnetism. Okay? The suggested ritual here is praise practice, which is for 7 days starting today. Vocally share your admiration for another human being at least once a day, and to mix it up between strangers, family, friends, colleagues. Why are you inspired? What are you inspired by? And embrace this healthy and supportive approach towards people as you vocalize your admiration. So there you go. When I rise, or when I let others shine, I shine too. Perhaps that King of Pentacles energy, that reversed King of Pentacle energy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if that is going to be a part of what comes up in this rebalancing shadow work. Finding that balance between the spiritual and the physical. Which could mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people. What else did we have? Yeah. Also, we have I trust the change unfolding in my life. Trust. Detach from it. Trust. Okay. That's it. That's what I got. I hope that this was helpful. Was it? I think we're going to get a lot more information with our next reading, which is probably going to come out on Wednesday, not Tuesday, because I'm like a day late and $1 short this week. All right. But it's okay because I don't mind it because I had to take care of myself. But either way, you can look forward very shortly after this comes out to our Tarot Tuesday, taking a look at the next 7 days. And we'll see what this energy has in store for us over the next 7 days. Okay? More will always be revealed. So if you like this video and you want to support me, you can like the video, comment on it, share it, subscribe to this channel. There's all kinds of ways to connect with me as well. If you click on the box down below, there's some information. I also do personal readings. I do events in where I am in New York City. And yeah, we get up to all kinds of fun stuff. So you can always let me know. Find that down below. And yeah, I mean, I hope it was helpful. If not, I hope you were entertained a little bit. And I think we're going to have to see where this takes us. You know what I mean? So in that case, I will see you on the other side.